even go with the yellow green tones right here. It will complement you quite well. Or maybe this color here, trying to see for your complexion and the light. If you can open. Hello. So happy to see you back. How are you? Are you comfortable? Yes. Very well. So let's see. I was expecting you. So, how has been your season? Glad to hear that. We were doing pretty well too. Thank you so much for asking. So, today we have a special analysis, isn't it? You're having a party, so you want to have a special dress made for you. Oh, really? That's so fun. So you're not sure what kind of dress and colors to use, and especially makeup, right? So I received the email and I was going through it with the question that I asked you via email. But I see a few points that you left out. May I ask you what time does this party is? Oh, it's a whole weekend party. And it's gonna be different wardrobes that you're gonna be wearing. Maid of Honor. That's amazing. A lot of work. So first of all, we have ivory and white left out, of course. Anything too clear? Which I have here in your list. Is it gonna be open spaces and a salon? Both, okay. So we have, which is gonna be 3 main dresses for each day. One for the ceremony, one for the rehearsal dinner party, and another one for the party itself, okay? So that will be 3 main dresses. And do you want anything else in between? No, just for these 3 dresses, okay? So did the bride tell you about the colors that she wants for her party, for the celebration? Is there a color palette that they have chosen, or is it free? Free? Okay, perfect. I love when brides are not that picky about the colors, so every person can wear whichever goes best for them. Is the bride going for white or ivory tones? Okay. So since you're gonna be the maid of honor, you're gonna be very close to her. Is this your hair? How you're gonna be wearing it? Are you gonna change the color? No? Good. Okay, that's all I needed for that. And the celebration is gonna be in the winter time, right? Any location in a specific? Yeah, because it's outdoors, so we like to know if it's probably in the north, south. Okay, very good. So let's start first with your dress. We have to find out what color you're gonna wear so we can match it with the makeup, so you can tell your makeup artist. Very good. Okay. So So you have a very lovely complexion, very beautiful eyes. Your hair, do you want it down, up? Okay, let's start first with the rehearsal dinner dress. It's gonna be indoors, right? Very well. So let's start seeing which colors are gonna complement your skin tone, which are gonna be best for you. This one is gonna be during the day, right? But it's indoors. Okay, let's try this area here. It's gonna give us into the red orange, which will also go with our blue green in this area right here. Let's see this fabric, how it's gonna look on you. Good. Okay, this is a very beautiful color for you. Maybe just place it around your face, right here. Very good, looks quite well on you. Maybe we can go with this one. So right now what the chart is telling us for indoors, and with the colors that we don't have available, you have to go more or less in pair with your bride and be the companion. So you're going to be very close to this person. Okay, it's giving us in the red area, which complements the blue green for you. And since it's indoors, I guess it's gonna be a lot of light. Is it a restaurant, a salon? A specific salon, yeah. Okay, yeah, I definitely know the type of lights that they do there. Mostly neon sometimes, LEDs. So I would suggest anything on this type of blues, green blues that are very soft for you, especially for your complexion and your hair. It will be looking very good. Do you know how you want your hair during the rehearsal dinner? It's gonna be down. Okay. So it's gonna be a simple dress there, and it's covering you the whole area. Just a little bit of cleavage. Okay. Let me just write that down. As you're familiar with us, you know we're gonna be sending you an email with the colors and sample of dresses that might look good on you. Normally for this, I will say this color, this tone, or even here in this line of colors. It will be just perfect for you. I would love to see you on these colors. Pretty soft tones. Okay, may I take a picture of you? Yeah, we have this new AI software that places your face directly into the dresses models. So you're gonna see it like it's yourself wearing the dress, even though it's not the same dress that you're gonna get be made, but still you're gonna see the colors in different styles. Okay, let me just gonna use the flash here. There we go. Ready? Now if you can look to the side. Thank you. Good. Now to the side. Yeah, we just have that service installed here with us. We have a new member of the team that is doing all the AI. So it's pretty fun to actually see your face into this. Now, okay, so we have the rehearsal dinner, and we're gonna do the makeup for this with any of those 3 colors that I was telling you about. Now, we don't want to take protagonism from our bride, so we want something that is not too flashy, right? Okay, so if you can look straight forward for me, please. Okay. Just it's giving us actually nude tones, which will be falling into this area, which is pretty appropriate for winter and autumn tones, the fall. So it's something that it will look good on you. We can actually go down a little bit into some very soft purples right here. This one in a specific. That will be for eyeshadows, yes. So any of those tones will be perfect. Let me just send the pictures here. Okay, I send it to my team, and probably maybe we're gonna have a mock-up picture of it later on. Now let's go with the ceremony dress. That one is gonna be more formal, isn't it? Do you know what type of dress it's gonna be? Okay, so it's gonna cover quite a lot of skin. And it's 3 colors. Are there gonna be any more bridesmaids? Just you, Maid of Honor. Okay, that's good. Yeah, because sometimes when we have maid braids that have different colors, it can look a little bit odd if they are not synced in together. Even though they're different colors, it's good to have a color palette that looks similar. Okay. So this one is gonna be both indoors and outdoors during the day, right? So a lot of sunlight, sunshine. Of course, if there are no clouds, we don't know if something can happen. We already know green is your color, below 2. Now for outdoors, we want to go with something more saturated. Probably right here, which is still giving us reds, some purples, a little bit of green, but this green, I don't see it quite appropriate for a bridesmaid. It's very dull color, so I don't really recommend this color, even though it's something that it will look good on you. For a ceremony like this, I, well, personally prefer on those tones. Let's see, we have it's a good color for you. It actually complements the other tones, so it will be looking great if you could combine them. You can see here, so you can even switch them, have this one for the rehearsal and this one for the ceremony, although it's too light, so you might get a little bit confused with the bride. So no, definitely this color, something that is gonna look very beautiful on you. Now let's see, we have this one right here. You can even go more bold. Maybe this color here. Trying to see for your complexion and the light that you're gonna be having. You can even go for black. Do you know if the bride is okay with black dresses? Okay, so that is off the question. So I believe this one will be your tone. Right here is what it does look best for your skin. Okay, let's do the complementary colors for that one. It's still giving us green. Yeah, I guess this is the color for you during that season, but we don't want that in weddings, especially if there's gonna be grass. You're gonna stay away of those tones, in particular blue-green. That's still something that can be done. Yellow-green too, which will be in this area, which is pretty light, isn't it? Let me just write that down. This is for the ceremony. Do you have any particular desire for makeup here? Maybe you want to have more color or just tone it down a little bit for the bride. Okay. Yeah, so we can send you the samples with the pictures that I took for you. We are going to do the AI testing with the colors for makeup, for the eyelashes, for the eyeshadows, and for the dress. So you're going to see mock-up versions of that in your full report. Okay, let's go with the party. Now this is from your email. The bride is gonna change colors, right? It's not gonna be full white. It's gonna enter the place in their white dress, and then it's gonna change into something more comfortable. And is it gonna be still in the whites and ivory tones? Okay. This color in particular is something that I like a lot. Okay. Let me see in the chart. So we are already in the reds going to green, so we are still able to move to this area, and right here with our purples. So for the party, I think you can go with any color you want for your eyes, to be honest. Only the combination for the dress. How do you feel about yellow colors? We can even go with the yellow green tones right here. It will complement you quite well. Or right in the yellow orange tones right below here. Well, there's not going to be grass involved there, so you can go with your match right here. Since it's going to be the main party, you want to stand a little bit more there. So this color here, this one too, could be a good complement. With violet, red violet. Very good colors for your complexion. Yeah, it's definitely gonna stand out for you. Your hair, your eyes. Okay. Let me check here something. Okay, good. How do you feel about shoes? Oh, sneakers. That's fun. And comfortable, of course. So that's great. You're gonna go with white. Okay, that's right. Yeah, it doesn't matter. What stands out more is the dress, and when you wear sneakers, it's like a very cute detail. It tells you that the wedding is not all this protocol with strict norms of colors and attires and clothes, so it's quite fun. Let me see if we have already a mock-up in our system. you can check it here. This is just a mock-up of how it will look with your face pasted in another person's model. With your complexion, more or less, it's not going to be exactly your body, but something similar. Since I already know you for years, I know your complexion, we have it in our system, so our AI technicians is fully aware of it. Isn't it quite marvelous what technology can do now? So this is how it will look with that kind of dress for the rehearsal dinner and the makeup. The other ones I still have to send them, and it takes a little bit longer of time. Yeah, the 24-hour limit. Okay, so let's continue. Are you wearing any coats or something to cover you from the cold, since it's gonna be also outdoors? Okay, with the colors that we chose for you, we can go either black, which will be our basic color, since you're not gonna be wearing it all the time. Even a light gray color of a coat will be fine. Let's try to avoid white completely, so it could be, let me see, I'm sorry, I have my fabrics all over. This kind of tone, it will be great for any type of color of dress that you intend to wear. Even if it's just a cover-up, you can still rock this color quite great with any of the tones of dresses that we put on. Let's write that down. Yeah, I guess you can purchase that online, or you can find it in a store. It's kind of hard to make coats up to that. Okay. You're gonna have a makeup artist there. Yeah, we can send information to your makeup artist so they can do it like that. It's the same one that is gonna be doing the bride too. Oh, I know them. Yeah, they are completely amazing with wedding makeup and fancy occasions. Yeah, I adore their style. So they will have no issues with the information that we are going to send them about your colors and your palettes. How about the hair? So it's not going to be anything too fancy. Mostly down or... Okay, very good. How about hair accessories? Anything that you want to wear there? Very good. Very good. So we have the tones and colors for all three dresses, and for the makeup for the dinner reception, the pre-dinner, and the ceremony. You want also a reading for your winter? Well, mostly right now what we are seeing is a wave of the 90s coming back. Of course, it's not exactly what it was in the 90s. I was there. It's mostly very dull, recycled colors and tones that are not particularly into fashion. There is no color in particular that is gonna be the color for the season. So right now we are in a weird part of the fashion sense of colors that things are switching into something more relaxed and not to fit into the colors. So anything is actually available right now. If you go to stores, you're gonna see all the line of colors available. Nothing is off the chart right now. You're gonna see greens, you're gonna see yellows, even for winter, which is something that we haven't seen since the 70s. That yellow, orange were colors very, very popular as browns. But right now, everything is like a mix of these past generations. I don't know what is going on in the fashion industry right now. They seem a little bit confused, I would say, because this mix of 90s styles and relaxed clothes, it's not given like we had before with color in particular that is going to be fashionable, that you see all the clothing lines that is going to be available. So now when you go to the store, to any boutique, you're going to see this wide range of colors. So you can even choose whatever you want. For you in particular, I was saying that greens, it's something that is going to be very, very beautiful. So you have all this range right here that is going to be looking great for this season, and it's going to be completely available. So you're going to see clothing like that. There's a lot of wash out clothing coming out, a lot of denim. If you are not too picky on what you wear, you can go for it. Whichever you like, it's gonna look good on you. The only tone that I would suggest to stay away right now would be the hot pinks or hot purples, which will be this L line right here, along with this one right here, which is our reds. So we want to stay away for those during winter season, even though you might see them available. Yeah, it's better to stay away. Right now, you know that I changed my color into a red, so it's a bit more difficult to match it up with the clothing that is available now. So I'm using mostly past seasons colors that was better for me on other seasons, even though I was a brunette. But now you can see it matches. So you want to stay away from this scary red color, but any combination of red, let's say red orange, red brown, red even red violet right here, it will be great. Blacks are also very trendy, but we know that a black outfit is always part of any outfit that is gonna be perfect. Okay, let me add that to your report. Yeah, it's weird when you see the fashion from the 90s coming back. It's something that we haven't seen in ages, that they have recycled this type of clothing a bit too fast. Maybe they should have done it in 20 years when our generation is going to be older, so we are not going to be doing that kind of clothing, because I have seen people in their 40s and 50s wearing the 90s styles, because there is nothing else available right now. It's all 90s. Very weird that they are doing that. Not sure why. I I would have preferred to have the 60s. Yes, if they were gonna recycle a fashion line, I think it will be better. It was more happy. Very good. So I'm gonna send you the winter color analysis for the season. Again, as I was saying, it's gonna be a bit odd. So we already know you for years, so we know your style, what you like, and we're gonna try to match it with what is available widely right now. We have the problem with fast fashion, which is the stores like Shein and that. So I don't know if you purchased there, but you're gonna see that most of the clothes right now is fast fashion, which is horrible for the environment and horrible for the industry, because I think that is the main reason why they are recycling this fashion so fast. It's quite fast that they are doing this. I know, I would like to see the 50s back. Not all the social issues and stuff like that, but the fashion, it was very, very beautiful, silver, and the dresses were beautiful. Yes. But right now, you don't see a lot of people wearing those kind of dresses. No, we want to feel a little bit more freely, more loose, and the 50s were a little bit more tight. But still, it was a very beautiful fashion time, at least for the women. The men, it was pretty plain, to be honest. Okay, so I think we have everything for your report. Again, we're gonna have it ready in about 24 hours. For the AI, probably it's gonna be the same. Our engineer works quite fast on that. And since we already have all your information, your data from years and years and years, it's going to be faster than with our newest clients that we have to take more pictures, measurements to have them in the system. So with you, you're one of our main clients here, so we know you for years. So it's a little bit more simple. Do you have any questions, or do you want something else done? Okay. We can find that. Let me put a note here that you're looking for a lipstick set. Which, let me show you here. We were having a collaboration with Jeffree Star right now. That it's a set of their nude colors. Right now I just have the box, but you will see here that it has all a long line of tones, which will be these colors in particular. And we know that this kind of tones will never pass out of fashion, especially during this time. It's before it was different, but now these colors are a classic, along with the reds. It's a classic tones that we are offering to our clients, and for you especially that are one of our main clients, I can send it to you so you can try them. You will like that? Okay. So we're gonna send you a sample box with it in case that you wanna take them. Yeah, the sample box is this big right now. I don't have it. We just ran out, sold out with them. So it is big, and the lipstick sample is this big of each tone. So you can wear it like 3 times. And by that time, you know if you like it or not. Okay, is there anything else? Well, it was a pleasure. I'm gonna send you all the information, and of course, if you have any further doubts or questions, or you want to change something, please don't hesitate to call us or email us. And I think that will be all for today. Of course, it was my pleasure. And let me show you the way. Of course, let's go.